The question many people have been asking, will the dollar collapse suddenly or gradually? Watch this video until the end so that I will explain to you why I believe or I think there is a chance that the dollar will collapse in a sudden manner. Those coming across our YouTube channel for the first time, if you have not subscribed to this channel, we ask you to do so. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps a lot. So, will the dollar collapse suddenly or gradually? There is a reasonable chance that the dollar will collapse in a sudden manner. In order to understand these, we have to look at the demand for the dollar. Until August 15, 1971, the dollar was backed by gold, at least in theory. 1 ounce of gold was worth $35. This ratio created a break for how many paper dollars could be printed. After Nixon took the United States off the gold standard in 1971, the value of the dollar started to fall. Nixon addressed these by creating synthetic or artificial demand for the dollar. He and Kissinger convinced Saudi Arabia to sell oil only for US dollars. Thus, the petrodollar was born. Other oil and commodity producers signed on. 50 years later, this artificial demand for the dollar is still in place. This synthetic demand for the dollar is extremely dangerous. It means that the dollar is unstable. If you kick out this support, the value of the dollar will collapse. There is not enough demand for United States exports to support the present overvalued price of the dollar. This weakness creates a vulnerability for the United States. Russia and China understand that it is possible to weaponize the decline of the dollar. When the dollar falls, it will likely fall in a sudden manner and a large percentage. This is because no one in the United States is dealing with the problem. The Western media is treating the petrodollar as a national secret and refuses to discuss the vulnerability of the system. The impending collapse of the petrodollar poses an existential threat to the United States. It is imperative that the United States abandon the petrodollar now in a controlled, gradual fashion. If this is not done, the United States will risk significant civil disorder when the system collapses.